In 1819, a young chemist was handed a small wooden box of coffee beans. The man who gave it to him was one of the most famous writers alive. He told the chemist to find out what was hiding inside them. Within months, the chemist had pulled a fine white powder out of those beans. It had no smell. It tasted bitter. It weighed almost nothing. That powder is now inside 9 out of 10 adults on this planet. The writer was Goethe. The chemist was Friedlieb Ferdinand Runge. And the powder was caffeine. Here is what nobody ever told you about it. Caffeine contains no energy. None. Not a single usable calorie. It does not add anything to your body. It blocks one thing. That is the entire trick. To see what it blocks, you first have to know why you get tired. Every second you are awake, your brain burns a molecule called ATP. Burning it leaves waste behind. That waste is called adenosine. Adenosine drifts through your brain and lands on receptors shaped to catch it. Everyone that locks in sends the same quiet message. Slow down. 1 hour awake, a little adenosine. 16 hours awake, a lot. This is not an opinion about how tired you feel. It is a chemical count. Scientists call it sleep pressure. Sleep is the only thing that clears it. You wake with the count near zero. That is the whole system. It has run for millions of years. Now watch what caffeine does to it. Caffeine has almost exactly the same shape as adenosine. Close enough to slide into the same receptor, but it does not fit properly, so it sends no message at all. It simply sits there, taking up the seat. The tiredness signal never arrives. The tiredness itself never left. Your adenosine keeps building, every minute, outside a locked door. You did not remove the fatigue. You just stopped reading it, and this is where the word energy becomes a lie. Caffeine does not give, it borrows. It takes alertness from a later hour and hands it to you now. That hour always arrives. 5 to 6 hours after your cup, half the caffeine is gone. The receptors open. What has been waiting outside floods in at once. That is the afternoon crash, not weakness. Interest on a loan you did not know you took, so you pour another cup and borrow again. But your brain is not passive. It notices the blocked doors, so it builds more of them. Within weeks, you have more adenosine receptors than you started with. Now the same cup blocks a smaller share of them. You need more caffeine just to reach the place you began. And if you stop, all those extra receptors sit open and waiting. Adenosine floods everyone. Headache, fog, anger. The blood vessels in your skull widen. That is not you being weak without coffee. It is a withdrawal syndrome, listed in the psychiatric manual, the DSM-5. In 2010, a team at the University of Bristol tested this properly. 379 people. No caffeine overnight. In the morning, some got caffeine. Some got a placebo. Regular drinkers who got caffeine felt alert again. Obviously. But here is the number that matters. They were no more alert than people who never touch caffeine at all. The lift was not a lift, it was a repair. You are paying every single morning to get back to zero. The average person is not caffeinated, they are unwithdrawn. And it reaches further than your morning. Caffeine taken 6 hours before bed still cuts an hour from your sleep. It shortens the deepest stage, the one that clears adenosine best. So you wake with a higher count than you should have had, and you reach for the cup. The loop closes. Now, the part that is not about your body, someone had to sell you the habit. In 1952, an advertising campaign ran across America. Behind it stood the Pan American Coffee Bureau. 7 coffee-growing nations. Their slogan invented 4 words you have used your entire life. Give yourself a coffee break. It was never a tradition. It was a marketing line. Within a year, workplaces across the country had written it into the day. Employers agreed for a reason of their own. Output went up. A tired worker who feels rested is cheaper than a rested one. The break was never rest. It was permission to borrow more. So here's where you actually stand. 9 days, maybe 14. That is how long the receptors take to settle. After that, the tiredness you feel is your real tiredness. You may find you were never as exhausted as you believed. You were simply never allowed to pay the debt down. You have not been running on energy you gained. You have been running on energy you already spent. And nobody ever showed you the bill.